Page 5, patterns. Oh, they're using the same hand position as, yeah, we're using C position. It's not a problem. Now we just got quarter notes. And again, we got phrases. So separate the phrases, right? And bring out the melody. Now again, let me talk about separating the phrases because I need to know that it's clear. And by the way, you need to know the names of the notes on the paper and the names of the keys on the piano, because I say, look at the C on that, or look at the B on that. If you don't know them, you won't know what I'm talking about. So you need to know those. Just memorize them. I don't know an easy way to memorize them. Just memorize them. That's what I did. Yeah. Anyway, the last measure of the first line is a D, that whole note. Before I go to the next line, play the C, I'm going to lift the D up so I have just a fraction of a second of silence. So here's the D, and now the C. So there's just a fraction of silence there, and that separates the phrases. That's all that's needed. It's important when you're reading music that you understand all the little symbols and all the junk that's there. All right, don't take anything for granted. Oh, it's not important. Yes, it's important, or it wouldn't be there. At the beginning of this, you have those numbers, 4 and a 4 on top of each other. It's called a time signature. Think of the number as time. All right, time. The first number is how many counts are there going to be in each measure. All right, what's a measure? A measure is the space in between those vertical lines. Those are called bar lines or measure lines. And a measure is all that space and all that junk that's going on in between them. So there's got to be 4 counts in each of those measures. Now, if a quarter note gets a count, it's easy. You see there's 4 quarter notes. That does it. Or a whole note gets 4 counts, then a whole note does it, right? And then, so that's what that means. It's telling you that there's 4 counts to a measure. The bottom number is telling you which note you're counting. So if I say 4 counts, I say 4 counts of what? And the bottom note says that. A 4 means a quarter note. So we're getting 4 counts of a quarter note worth of stuff. Well, a whole note is 4 quarter notes. So it's worth 4 quarter notes. It's quarter note, 4 quarter notes worth of stuff, whatever it is. And that's what that is. When I bring you in, count you in, at the beginning before we play, I do it according to the time signature. So if it's a 4-4, I give you 4 counts. If it's a 3-4, I give you 3. If it's a 6-4 or whatever it is, I give you 6. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, okay? It's just the way music works. Deal with it, I guess. I don't know. As if you don't have enough to think about, let me explain briefly a little bit about technique. Technique I'm talking about is how do you physically push down the keys? Well, you think, well, that's silly. You just push them down with the fingers. Yeah, there's a little more to it than that if you really want to learn to play the piano. If you want to see a good technique from a beginner, all right, watch a toddler or somebody under the age of 11 or 12 play the piano. They naturally do it correctly. It's amazing. The only thing they do is they raise their fingers up high, which they shouldn't do, but otherwise it's beautiful. What I'm saying is each time you play any of these notes, for now, I'll change it later, right now, I want the whole hand and the wrist to go down, right? Don't keep the wrist still and try and use the fingers. That's how they used to play way back hundreds of years ago, and it's been shown that that's really not a very good way of doing it for piano. Of course, they didn't have piano hundreds of years ago. Piano came along, they had to get a whole new technique. So what I want you to do is I want you to push the note down with the hand and collapse the wrist each time. Both hands when you do this. Can you see? I don't have to collapse both wrists every time any note is played. I'm going to collapse the wrist when that hand plays a note. Do that for now, okay? It's going to lead on to other things. For now, it'll be a really good technique builder. I highly recommend it. So let's try this. I'm going to give you 4 counts and we'll start. Hands in C position. All right. I put the metronome on 60, so we're beating quarter notes. 1, 2, ready, go.